You sure you're ready for this?
I'll do my best.
Your best? Losers always whine about their best. Winners go home and fuck the prom queen.
Winners also check out this week's Couch Brotato Podcast, which features the 1996 classic, The Rock, coming up next. Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name's Russ, and this is the Couch Brotato Podcast. With me, as always, is Lucas. Lucas, how's it going, man?
It's going well. How you doing, Russ?
Good, man. I guess I'm ready for our inaugural episode.
Absolutely.
When I was thinking about what to do for our first movie, I was thinking we should do something definitely action oriented. And this movie I think we're doing today is kind of like one of the when you talk about the best action movies of the 90s. I mean, you think about Terminator 2, The Matrix, Speed is probably one of them, but The Rock is actually one of my favorite movies from this era.
That's such a good movie.
Yeah, and I thought this would be a cool one to kick our show off with. So, what do you think?
Absolutely. You got Nicolas Cage losing his mind. You got Sean Connery in it, which instantly makes it cool.
Well, actually, I think Nicolas Cage is kind of toned down a little bit compared to what we get later on, now.
Well, I mean, he's obviously gotten more crazy as time is going on.
Right,
but
that's part of his charm. The Rock, it was released on June the 7th, 1996. Pretty successful for everybody involved. Made $134 million in the United States, over $200 worldwide. $335 million in 96 is a nice chunk of change.
Yeah, that's quite the haul. That's probably, I mean, I don't know the exchange rate. That's probably close to $1 billion. It has to be at least.
Yeah, I'd say maybe 500. I mean, we're not financial whizzes. We wouldn't be doing a podcast if we were. But
that's true.
Or we would do a financial one.
Yeah, we would be talking to all the rich folks like, hey, this is how you make more money.
Yeah, but obviously we're not. Yeah, they loaded up the cast. Besides, you said Cage and Connery, Ed Harris plays the heavy in this, and you get 90s bad guy William Forsythe in a good guy role for a change. Michael Biehn is in this. The fucking Candyman, Tony Todd is in this too, and we'll get into him a little bit later. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this, man. You want to go ahead and get ready to start this bad boy?
Absolutely. For everybody listening along, we encourage you to also play the movie as you're watching and listening to this so that you get an idea of what we're talking about.
Right. It's kind of like a running commentary as you're watching the movie. I mean, chances are if you're listening to this episode, you've seen this movie before at least once. So,
and if you haven't, shame on you.
Shame, as my wife's grandma would always say. All right, well, I'm going to count it down. When I hit 1, go ahead and start the movie.
Okay.
I don't think anybody's streaming this for free right now. So, I mean, if you have a Blu-ray, DVD, you can always rent them on iTunes or Vudu. So, all right, I'm going to count it down in 3, 2, 1, play. We're having some technical difficulties here.
It wouldn't be a first podcast if we didn't have a little bit of problems.
Yeah, the producers are Don Simpson and Jerry Bruckheimer. These guys were like the fucking badasses of action movies in the late 80s. Wild partiers, too.
Really?
Yeah, Don Simpson died 5 months after this. Fucking cocaine overdose.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so that man knew how to party. It's a Michael Bay film.
Yeah, this is Michael Bay coming off of the original Bad Boys. This was his second feature-length film. You know, reading about this, he got his start. He was an intern for Spielberg on Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he did the storyboards.
Oh, well, he's quite the storyteller. Although, some things didn't work, Transformers.
No, to me, The Rock is his best movie. Michael Bay, if you've watched some of his stuff, he has a particular style. Always, blowing shit up. Quick cuts, story a little on the ludicrous side, tons of plot holes, but his formula when it works, I think this is the one that it all comes together for him.
Yeah. Well, I did read that this movie was originally supposed to be serious, but
oh fuck, I'm glad it turned out the way I'm glad it turned out the way it did.
And then I guess a lot of the lines were ad-libbed on here so that it became less serious. I'm sure that's crazy-ass Nicolas Cage having an influence on that.
Oh, I'm sure. Actually, I read, we'll get into some of that a little bit. Yeah, but there's a couple scenes in particular when I hopped in the old Google machine and half-assed looked stuff up for this movie. Man, Ed Harris is such a good actor. Like, this is like the perfect foil for these guys. Makes the movie seem a little bit more like, all right, this is fucking legit. We got Ed Harris to play the villain.
Ooh, he looks up from the brim of his hat like, "Yep, shit's getting real now. We're about to go fuck up Alcatraz." Well, San Francisco, but all those medals.
I would have picked a better day to visit the cemetery, though.
Well, the burial, the rain waits for nobody when you're getting buried.
I mean, he has to have access to a television. Like, maybe I'll wait till like 3 o'clock when the rain clears up.
Oh, that's his wife's grave?
Yeah.
It's been a little while since I've seen this movie. I just remember that I love this movie.
I had to watch it last night, like, because it's been a while. Like, I tried watching it a couple weeks ago, but my kids were running around, so it's like I caught bits and pieces, but I really, I hunkered down and, like, sat, like, fucking studied it.
Oh, okay.
I've got, like, a notepad, and I've got, like, shit on my iPad, like, with notes that I probably won't even use.
Yeah, see, people listening, you should know how serious this is. We got our own studio.
Yeah, Lucas did the place up a little bit. We've got sound dampening. There's a drum set in here.
For, comedic relief.
Still fucking raining there. I mean, this is a shit weather day. I feel bad for anybody that vacationed here.
I tell you what, like, so I don't know if this part takes place in San Francisco, but I didn't think it rained in California ever.
Yeah, it's like this is almost like Florida or Seattle. Like they're in the midst of a fucking tropical storm right now.
Oh man, they're gonna rappel in. I guess that's one way to defeat the barbed wire.
John C. McGinley. Were you? Did you ever watch Scrubs?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dr. Cox.
Oh, okay. Man,
that guy's generally money in anything he's in, too.
Seriously, this is a fucking monsoon. That had to have been the weakest kick I've ever seen in my life. Oh God.
Well, see, these guys are trained soldiers, so they know, like, pressure points on glass to break through.
That poor guy, he got hit with non-lethal bullets, but still fell like 20 feet, so that probably didn't feel too good.
Well, I think Ed Harris's character is like, I think they're shooting him with tranq darts.
Oh, okay.
There's gotta be some powerful shit that knocks him out, like, immediately.
Oh, yeah. Give him a little elephant tranquilizer. Look like Kurt Angle.
Pre-Olympic Kurt Angle.
Yeah. So is this, I think this is just how every soldier, like every leader, every sergeant or whatever in these movies, you just have to look real serious and pissed off all the time.
Well, actually, he's a brigadier general.
Oh, okay.
He's hot shit.
Well, now he's a traitor.
Well, you'll find out his motives here is a little bit into the movie, too.
Oh, he pulled out those guns like, surprise, motherfucker. He was dual wielding like Tomb Raider. Uh-oh, VX2 gas. Is that real?
You know, like, I don't know, but I will hop on the old Google and look it up. I'm sure it's probably, like, some variation of a chemical weapon, but they probably changed the name so nobody tries to get cute.
You know, it seems like
It is legit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a extremely toxic synthetic chemical compound in organophosphorus class, specifically a thiophosphorate. I think I pronounced that right.
Close enough, if not. Oh, shit. They dropped one. Sorry, soldier. We gotta leave you behind.
Well, there's always that one, like, when there's, like, a plan where there's weapons being stolen. Like, there's always that one guy that has to be, like, the fucking guinea pig to show you, like, all right, this is serious shit here.
Yeah.
And fortunately for that guy, it is. But as his skin's bubbling up, though, he looks like he's getting ready to morph into the Thing. See, look at that. He looks like the fucking Thing right there. Like, this could be a Fantastic Four crossover. They may have just inadvertently created a new film franchise with this.
Yep. We got to get a hold of Michael Bay. No, let's not do that. Let's not have him ruin another
we don't need
beloved franchise.
Well, the Fantastic Four is actually... I don't think they've produced a single good movie. And they've had 4 attempts at it.
Well, now Disney's got a hold of it, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Now we're introduced to Nicolas Cage's character.
Who apparently is, unfortunately, burning that poor hula girl statue. Question, why is he the only one wearing a suit? Oh, okay, he's not the only one wearing a suit, but he's got a full suit on. Everyone else is just back there all leisure and hanging out.
Well, you find out that his partner is in training, so he doesn't have quite that salary yet. You know, the fun fact, he pulls out that Beatles record. His partner was actually in High Fidelity with John Cusack, and he worked in the record store they owned. I wonder if that's like when they were casting that movie, like, get me the guy from The Rock that's in his partner in this.
I need the record store guy. Do you guys want to suit up? Of course they want to suit up. Well, I guess the moral of bringing the cockroaches in is if the cockroaches die, then this is some serious shit in there. Marvin Isherwood.
Oh, is that the guy that...
That's his new training partner, it looks like. Oh, they got some dirty magazines in there.
Looks like some late 80s stroke mags.
What are you calling that now? Trim?
That fucking baby is scary as shit to begin with, let alone now it's like fucking pouring gas out of its mouth.
Dude, my girlfriend's daughter has 2 of those. And she's like, oh, they're so cute, they're so sweet. Those things are fucking demon-possessed. She put them in my bed one night just to scare the shit out of me, and trust me, it worked.
Oh, that's a fucking cool trick. Like when Evie gets to be that age where she wants those, I might do that for Jack.
There's enough C4 to take out the whole building, huh? Well, it's a good thing they got a steel door to, prevent that whole building from blowing up.
Yep, but now you know that the cockroaches are dead, so this is pretty bad, and it's eating his suit.
Where are my sprinklers? Oh, typical FBI. I can't even get sprinklers to work. Please don't kill me, FBI. I was kidding.
Be a knock at the door here before this is over.
How'd you guys know we were even back here? It's the FBI.
We know everything.
I like how the solution to everything in this movie is to stab yourself in the heart with a syringe.
Yeah, I know. It's like Michael Bay or whoever wrote this, which a fun fact about who wrote this here in a second. It's like they've seen Pulp Fiction, like, you know what we need is gigantic fucking needles. Which Quentin Tarantino has an uncredited screenwriting credit for this. Like, he, I guess, came in and touched up some of the script for this.
It's much different than a normal Tarantino thing, so I'm not sure where his influence is, but I'm glad he did. Oh, we just had the nozzle turned down. Sorry, guys. Here's your sprinklers.
You know, his partner, instead of continually bitching about sticking his that needle into his chest, I try to help him at least.
You would think that would be something that somebody who's training would want to do, you know?
Yeah.
Instead, this guy is just...
fucking crying and complaining.
Nicolas Cage probably thinking about crazy Nicolas Cage shit.
Girlfriend smoke show.
Yeah, should have joined the FBI.
I think it comes with the territory, unless you're that fucking guy that was bitching about stabbing himself in the heart 5 minutes ago. He's probably single.
That's why he's so angry. I wonder if he knows a single note on that guitar.
I think if you have a guitar, it's either you know how to play it or you don't. You just have it. Like, the way he's strumming it, I guarantee he has no fucking clue how to play that. But it's probably him like, I got a good idea. Let's have me sit in a chair. That Nicolas Cage is awful.
No, that was great. Keep going.
I'm going to sit in a chair with a glass of wine, and she's going to come in. I'm not going to have any fucking clothes on. The guitar's going to cover my junk.
And hold on, we got to turn down the temperature so her nipples are hanging out the whole time.
Now, I know this is 1996, and I've got 2 kids. I've never seen a fucking pregnancy test look like that. It looks like those little things you put, like, when you're trying to level out, like, if you're doing, like, construction work, a leveler, like those little...
Oh, yeah.
The liquid things make sure stuff's level. That's what that looked like.
Well, you could get married. You better fucking love her. You just knocked her up.
Did you know that this is Nicolas Cage's first... Like, he won an Oscar for his previous role in this? Like, he did Leaving Las Vegas.
Okay.
Won an Oscar for it. Then he...
Came and did this?
Got cast in this. But another fun fact, going over my diligent notes, that Arnold Schwarzenegger was originally offered the role of Stanley Goodspeed.
Yeah, you know, I honestly just couldn't see that.
No, it doesn't fucking work with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
He's not crazy enough.
Well, that and, like, you know, you got Sean Connery in this, and then, like, I just feel that, like, Sean Connery is probably one of the most iconic actors in the history of Hollywood, and I just don't see that. I think he gets overshadowed by Arnold in this.
Yeah. So I was reading for the facts of this movie. They really wanted to, like, the producers and the studio execs really wanted to shoot this in L.A. to simulate San Francisco and a lot of Alcatraz, and Michael Bay said no. Let me get
Ranger Bob, fucking dork of the 1996 Alcatraz prison tour scene.
Trying to see if I can find his exact quote. I think he said this island is too bitchin', which is the most, what is this, 94, 95 when they were filming this?
Probably 95, yeah.
It's the most 95 shit I've ever heard in my life. Dude, that's bitchin'.
Like, I don't know, like, do they go into detail on this? Like, is Ed Harris's character still in the military?
No,
at this point?
I think they're out. I think they're retired. But they were like, they were all doing undercover ops, right?
Yeah.
Like black ops.
And
oh,
now,
shit, there's the Candyman.
Yeah, Ed Harris has brought the ringers. He's got the douchebag soldier who I've never seen in anything, and the Candyman. Really, though, you don't even need the VX gas for this.
That's
like,
true.
I would just threaten to summon the Candyman. Like, just say his name twice when you're making, like, the threats, and then, like, I'll say it again, and then I'm going to summon him.
Here's my question. How did nobody notice that 2 helicopters just landed in Alcatraz? 2 fucking military helicopters?
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, are they retired? Because, like, what do you just, like, hey, like, I got to call in a favor. Can I borrow a couple of choppers? I need to get to Alcatraz.
And if that's the case, can I also borrow a helicopter?
I think it's who you know, though.
Well, we know a couple people that are in the military. Think I can call in a favor?
Oh, we know a guy. We know a guy.
Buddy.
Sure, buddy.
We head fake him with a laser beam? Is that what that just said?
Yeah.
So, why are they in the, I think that's called, what, urban camo?
Yeah.
And by the way, that, just my own personal opinion, that gunshot was a little unnecessary because I'm pretty sure you locked people in cells. You already have their attention. You don't have to shoot.
Right. Just looking over the cast, like, Ed Harris brought some fucking ringers in there. He's got David Morse, who's an accomplished Broadway and film actor. He's got fucking Tuco from Breaking Bad.
Oh, okay.
Tuco's got the man bun, before
yeah.
it was a popular thing. John C. McGinley, the Candyman. He's got that douchebag soldier that is part of this. Damn, Bokeem Woodbine.
I'm really glad that you're a human IMDb because some of these names don't ring for me. So,
well, David Morse was in the Green Mile. He was Tom Hanks' guard buddy.
Mm-hmm. I remember him. Like I recognize these guys' faces, but I couldn't put them to any other films necessarily.
Yeah, just like, oh yeah, that dude. I've seen him in something before. Except
for the one guy that's only in this movie.
Maybe we'll make that a category going forward. Like, I've seen him in something, or hey, I know who that is. Or what's that guy? We'll figure it out.
Name that guy. That was like really popular with people trying to get away from the U.S. military or the government. Let's go to somewhere where they don't have an extradition treaty. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if somebody threatens the U.S. with some VX gas, don't you think if they took off in like a helicopter or an airplane, they'd get fucking blown up before they got there?
Oh, yeah.
This plan wasn't thought through very well.
Well, that's the thing you have to, with any Michael Bay movie, there's plot holes galore, but it's like a roller coaster. It's just like, you have the dip. It's like, okay, this is kind of cool. Then, like, it takes you up, and like, oh, fuck, it's getting real. And then, like, you take that big steep, decline. And
it's a good thing information didn't move very quickly in 1995 because, they're just now they didn't even find out. He had to fucking call them. Hey, guys, we took over Alcatraz. We're about to fuck some shit up. Oh, really? We didn't know that you did that.
Did he have his phone number, like, readily available, or did he have to call a bunch of back channels to get a hold of him?
I just imagine, like, one of those early 1900s switchboards. Hi, how can I help you? Yeah, we're about to fuck some shit up. I need to talk to the FBI director.
They pull the fucking cord out and they stick it into another cord.
Yeah. I like the that's a Michael Bay staple right there, the big sweeping fucking camera, because that's all it does this whole movie. Look, let's just put this camera on a rail and just have it swing by and just, it's almost like those 3D photos on Facebook now. Damn, he did Vietnam and Desert Storm. That's a great American there.
Yeah, it's like they're looking at General Francis Hummel's like fucking stats on the back of his general baseball card set. Like he just pulls out like, oh, Francis Hummel, and it's this fucking laundry list of accolades. Yeah,
accolades. Yeah, Acolytes was wrestling.
Okay. There's another. Hey, I've seen that guy in something before. Stuart Wilson, the general talking.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He was the bad guy in Lethal Weapon. He had that fucking awesome dick duster. He's the guy who walked into like that interrogation room in Lethal Weapon and just fucking shoots that guy and walks out.
Oh, yeah, okay. Holy shit, they had video conferencing back then?
Oh, of course.
Ooh. .200 enemy kills.
So basically, in like 3 minutes, you realize that Francis Hummel is a legit fucking badass, and don't fuck with him.
Where's the camera that's recording him?
I think it's on like they have that satellite phone. There's a little camera attached to that. At least I think, or they've got Skype. One of the two.
We had Skype before Skype was cool. I recognize that guy.
Philip Baker Hall. He's been in a bunch of shit too.
Listen, I know that the guys didn't get their military burial. They knew what they signed up for.
Well, it doesn't really make him a bad guy that he's doing this now, though. Like, he's, like, you kind of, if he wasn't going up against Connery and Cage, I'd almost kind of root for him.
Well, and if he's not going to, murder a bunch of innocent people in San Francisco, too.
Well, we don't know that yet.
Well, no, because he's got the VX gas pointed that... Well, okay, so murder a bunch of innocents somewhere, then.
Yeah. Yeah, see, there's the camera right there.
Okay. There's that sweeping camera shot, zooming in on the camera of the camera.
All right, so they got 40 hours between that phone call. I wonder what they do for food.
That's a good question. They must have brought it in. On those helicopters that nobody noticed flew under the fucking Golden Gate Bridge.
They ordered some pizzas, and like a guy's come across a ferry, and like they just drop them off on like...
Got a pizza delivery for American terrorists.
Hummel, I've got your 62 cheese pizzas. They get an idea how lethal this VX gas is.
So a tablespoon in the air can kill people in an 8-block radius.
That chief of staff is fucking stupid in this movie. Like, they've had to explain to him like what VX gas does, who Francis Hummel is. Like, I would think that if you're going to bring him into a war room situation, you'd at least give him somewhat of an idea, like who they're dealing with.
Yeah. Have I seen this guy in something else too?
I don't recognize him. I'm sure he's been in something.
He's got a pretty prominent speaking role at the moment. Does that say thermite plasma?
Thermite plasma.
All I know is they're going to blow shit up really hot. I like how they're just outside fucking, nobody caring. Hey, let's celebrate this baby by fucking in front of everybody.
Now, she looks like she's having a good time, but Nicolas Cage looks extremely uncomfortable right here, doesn't he?
Yeah.
It's like, can you move? Like, I think I'm sitting on a pinching a nerve.
He gets angry and fucks harder. This isn't happening.
Like I've been around a time or two, and I've got 2 kids to prove it. I don't think I've ever done that.
Look at her; she's still going at it while he's on the phone. When you were talking about he looked extremely uncomfortable, I'm pretty sure he was talking about her perfume and how he just didn't like it. Bitch, you stink. Get off me.
I think he's got a pinched nerve in his back, and he's just uncomfortable.
Well, look at his legs. The fuck is he doing? Who the hell sits like that?
Nicolas Cage does, apparently.
I do extreme yoga fucking.
That's a thing that I do.
Glass of wine and 73 candles.
Sets an ambiance.
Oh, now look, he done buttered her up. Yeah, I'm gonna marry you. First, I'm gonna go stop some deadly shit.
I think we're 30 minutes into this and still no Sean Connery yet?
It's a damn shame. Oh, she's ready for a quickie. She's like, I wasn't done yet.
Now you know the SEAL team mean business. They've got Michael Biehn on the case.
Look at that slick back hair.
Funny story, he played a Navy SEAL like a couple of years prior in Navy SEALs with Charlie Sheen.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Also Kyle Reese in the original Terminator.
Now that's some trivia right there.
That's John Connor's baby daddy.
So that's a bad motherfucker is what you're telling me.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, you're like the human IMDb. You didn't even look at your notes for that one. You just knew. All I can think of when they're talking about he doesn't exist is when Nicolas Cage on Con Air is like, I'm going to show you guy does exist.
A necessary speaking line, I have to get up 3 times to take a piss.
Same.
I mention him, so he shall appear.
He looks like Jesus.
If I wasn't losing some of my hair, I would totally rock that look when I get to be 60.
Think your wife would let you?
I'm 60 years old at that point. She's going to have to deal with it.
Holy shit, it's fucking raining again.
I think we established this is in Washington at this point.
Okay.
Really bad stretch of weather.
Yeah. So this guy just knows everything about all the chemicals right off the top of his head.
This is where you realize he's a nerd. Now, just imagine Arnold Schwarzenegger delivering that line. Just doesn't come across the same.
Yeah. I can't even hear it in my head.
I've been a chemistry freak since I was 14 years old. I burned the hair off the cat.
VX gas is bad.
This isn't a training exercise, is it? My Arnold's super bad.
I really hope he doesn't hear this. I mean, what are the chances? But still, I really hope he doesn't hear this. We're sorry, Arnold. We love you.
Yeah, we've definitely got some episodes planned with Arnold at some point.
Yeah, so, hey, listeners, guess what? You're getting more bad, Arnold. Deal with it. So, this movie actually, I was reading, actually employs real Navy SEALs. Like, they actually have real Navy SEALs so they can make it look more realistic when they infiltrate the island.
Well, Michael Biehn has to be a real Navy SEAL. He was in Navy SEALs.
Yeah, I actually see right here he said that he told Bay he was freezing up, pretending to be the leader in front of them. So he was embarrassed because he's in front of real Navy SEALs trying to lead them. That would be, I could see how that could be a little intimidating.
Yeah, I could see that.
Hey, check this out. I'm going to act the way that you guys actually work.
Like, this is the point in the movie where it goes from being like, this movie's okay, to where this movie just becomes fucking awesome.
It's all Sean Connery.
You know, I think this is like the last really good movie role like that Sean Connery had. He didn't really do much after this. He did like, what was that movie where it had to show off Catherine Zeta-Jones in yoga pants through those laser beam? Entrapment.
Yes, Entrapment. Thank God for that.
And then he did.
Thank God for yoga pants, actually.
And then he did The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, which
not a fan.
Like, that's a fucking shitty like way to end your career. Like, I think if he would have stopped here, like, mic drop, I'm done, like, this would have been like the perfect, like, all right, I'm calling it.
Yeah, I'd have been all right with that.
Well, he was. They wanted him as Gandalf in the Lord of the Rings movies. That's why he did the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, is because he turned down the Lord of the Rings.
Well, with him right here, he kind of looks like Gandalf with his long hair. Ooh, you shouldn't have called him Pops. Look at that look. He's like, yep, I'm going to fuck this guy up. I'm just wondering, is it normal for the U.S. to lock up British SAS agents?
Oh, of course it is. There's probably like fucking half a dozen of them locked up somewhere.
Are they all Sean Connerys?
Probably not. I read a theory about this when I was doing some research, that there's people that think that like James Bond is a code name, and that Sean Connery's character John Mason is actually James Bond that's been captured by the U.S. government and locked away.
How fucking cool would that be if like this was, one of those continuances on James Bond, but you'd never know it until 100 years later when they come out and it's like revealed in somebody's diary.
It makes sense because they've had like different actors play him over time. Like that's actually kind of perfect. Just like, oh well, you're James Bond now. That's your code name. Could be stretching a bit, but I thought it was like kind of a cool theory.
Yeah, I like it. Some of those theories are just cool. You just wish them to be true.
You know what else is cool? William Forsythe.
True.
William Forsythe's the FBI agent with the mustache and the slick back hair. Plays a fucking villain in just about everything.
Well, look at that look on his face. He just looks angry all the time.
At one point we need to watch Stone Cold with Brian Bosworth and Lance Hendrickson and him.
Oh, I'm totally down for that. So, right here I read when he says, I'm Stanley Goodspeed, he says, but of course you are. I read that that's a line, that's a James Bond line from another movie.
Really? What movie is that?
Let me look that up for you real quick, because my brain is going completely... Diamonds Are Forever.
Okay. Stanley Goodspeed.
But of course you are.
We're full of impressions here today. You've got an Arnold, a Nicolas Cage, and now a Sean Connery.
I like how they both look at the fucking one-way mirror or two-way or whatever it's called. Like, you can't fucking see those guys, so why are you looking at them for permission?
Well, I think they've seen a movie. Well, I don't know about Sean Connery. He's been locked away for 30 years, but I think it's just like, yeah, I know how these two-way mirrors work. Why are you interrogating me with a mirror? Like, I don't have to see how good I look or whether I've got, like, hairs out of place.
He's actually, he's looking the same way that I would if I were in a room with Sean Connery. I'd be pissing my pants, too. Even if he wasn't some badass special agent. Mm-hmm. Just be in the room with Sean Connery, I'd piss my pants.
Oh, yeah. That's Mortal Kombat with a C, not a K, everybody.
Damn shame. Thought he was real good on the arcades. Feature
playable character, John Mason in Mortal Kombat. Like what are they up to? Like 12 now?
They're on 11, so they will be on 12.
Well, if that doesn't lock this movie in 1996, I don't know what would.
Talking about grunge.
Yeah.
Man, I want to negotiate a whole hotel floor. Oh, shouldn't have left a quarter in there. My mans can make a deadly weapon out of anything.
Well, now I know that you can use a quarter for something, which you'll find out here in a second. I really hope that the people that listen to this have seen this movie before, and like we're not fucking spoiling a bunch of shit for them.
Well, considering this movie is, what is it?
96.
20,
yeah, we're
about 25 years old.
Yeah, we're past the point of like spoiler alerts now. So,
also, shame on you for not seeing this movie.
Yeah,
this movie's fucking great. You know, I understand what the whole idea of the circle was, but he didn't use the circle. He just fucking put his elbow through the glass.
I don't know why I always get the biggest kick out of it. He goes, Walmart, I should have known, you piece of shit.
Oh, look at that cell phone, dude. Where the battery pack is pretty much the whole fucking phone. Those things are indestructible, too. I bet you can hit that thing with VX gas and it'll be fine.
Is this, Saved by the Bell was on during this time, wasn't it? Because remember Zach Morris had that gigantic cell phone?
I will look that up for you. I like how these guys are all laughing, but he could kill them just as easily.
Yeah.
Saved by the Bell was over by this time.
Really?
Yeah, it ended in 93.
Damn, how long did that show run? It felt like it was on forever.
We had 4 seasons.
Really?
According to Wikipedia. 4 seasons and 86 episodes. It seemed like it ran a lot longer than that.
Yeah, I know they had the college years for a bit.
Which, that one sucked ass.
Yeah.
I'm slightly younger than you, so when I was growing up, before I went to elementary school, my friend, I would get a ride with her and her mom, and I used to watch that in the morning, that and Fresh Prince.
Not a bad combo to start the morning.
I don't think so.
You know, I had to figure out what this is.
What is that?
That is a clothesline. If you decide you need to, like, if you're staying in that hotel for more than a couple days and you want to, like, dry your, you know how you can use, like, steam to get wrinkles out of your clothes?
Yeah.
Like, if you run your shower to get the wrinkles out of your suit, that's what that's supposed to do.
Huh. You know what's cool? This is a little out there, but it kind of reminded me of the shower thing. In Japan, they actually have shit that you can do that in your shower.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys are learning all kinds of shit today. Saved by the Bell was only 4 years. What that fucking rope is.
Why is this? Oh man, he is not happy about his hair.
That hairstylist was on a TV show that my mom used to watch all the time. Do you remember Yes Dear? It had the guy that played, the Rick. The guy that always wore the hockey jersey and had, like, the starting lineup toys, and he'd always give these weird facts.
Now, I do remember that show name, but I don't remember the show.
Yeah, I don't know the guy's name off the top of my head, but that's another, like, hey, I've seen him in something before.
Yeah. Look at this. These FBI agents in here are just going to town. Now, that guy right there, hasn't he played an FBI agent in something else, too?
I'm sure that all 4 of those guys in that room right now have played an FBI agent in something. I think that's like, there's a FBI Rolodex of actors that, like, you just film through, like, that guy's what I'm looking for. There's another guy. Yep. Just give me those 4. It's like FBI agents are us.
You think that was his real hair that he grew out like that?
Oh, Sean Connery?
Yeah.
No, he's bald way before this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's bald in The Untouchables, and that was like 1987.
Oh, shit.
Now, you'll see a trick in, like, 90s action movies where they do a horrible job of hiding the stuntman. That guy that's hanging from that right now looks nothing like John Spencer.
No, he looks much younger. I wonder if they meant to have those pigeons, like, hit him in the face. technology is not kind to the to the stuntmen. You know, the better looking things get.
Like, you'll see it again in this movie here very soon. You'll see another instance where, like, that's not even, like, close to what, you know, the person looks like it's doing the stunt.
Mason's going. What do you mean? Okay. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, how the hell is the elevator already open, but the barber's in there?
He's a stylist.
My
He
bad.
makes that perfectly clear.
Yeah.
Like, don't call him a barber.
That's true. And you can't use scissors. Where Picasso didn't have a brush. That's what he sounded like. This line cracks me up every time. Are you happy with your haircut?
That's somebody I'd want to do my hair, though, that he takes that much pride in, like, doing a good job. See, right here. That's not even close to being Sean Connery. That guy didn't even have a fucking beard. Now there he is. Now we're getting into Michael Bay's wheelhouse, where it's just like a lot of quick cuts. You're about to see some shit blown up. And I dare say, near the end of the scene, a possible Rock sequel. Just, we'll let it play out, and I'll tell you exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay. We're not too, like, the scene is coming up right here to where he's stealing that Hummer right there. I have your ass. I read that for this scene, Michael Bay, it was a nightmare for him to film this because they had to get over 1,000 signatures just to shut down 2 blocks.
And I think this is just an excuse for him to, like, let me get some really expensive cars, and I just want to run through the streets of San Francisco. Is that a Ferrari or a Lambo?
You know, I don't know my cars very well, so I couldn't tell you.
Neither am I. Fuck, we've let you guys down.
Yeah, now you know our the one thing we're not good at. What? So why did the cop car just straight run into a parked cab there? Did you not see that, sir?
I think they know they're filming for a Michael Bay movie. Like, just, I want you to just go full speed ahead.
I think when you talk about anything filmed in San Francisco, that those hills right there are a part of everything right there.
Oh yeah, have you ever seen Bullet with Steve McQueen?
I don't think I have. No.
There's an infamous car chase scene in that movie, and yeah, it's in the streets of San Francisco. That's a fucking good movie. If anything, just watch the car chase scene.
I was gonna say that looked like the hill that Mrs. Doubtfire was on too.
Oh, dude, how cool would that be if, like, they were having that fucking party at the beginning of Mrs. Doubtfire, and you see, like, that petting suit and, like, a fucking Humvee and a Ferrari come racing by? We have just created, like, a fucking alternate universe just from this episode right here.
It's true. Maybe the trauma from this scene is what finally sent Robin Williams over the edge on that movie to becoming a woman.
I think Sally Field was, like, her ride home was affected by this, and that's what causes her to decide to divorce Robin Williams in that movie.
It's true. She just couldn't take it anymore. Look at this, just unnecessary sparks flying.
Well, that's Michael Bay for you. It's like he just loves blowing shit up.
I mean, I can't blame him. If I was a director, I'd want to blow shit up too. I mean, I'm not a big fan of loud noises, but who wouldn't want to blow shit up with somebody else's money?
It looks like that's a Lambo. I seen the front of the emblem.
I will take your word for it. Either way, it's too nice of a car to be beating the shit out of like this.
There's not a fucking scratch on it, though. Them cars are built to last.
It seems that way, because he just drove out of a window and hit his bumper, and it didn't fall off or anything. I love how Nicolas Cage is just talking shit the whole time. You're going down.
Yeah, he's such a fucking dork in this movie. Like, that's why, like, Arnold wouldn't work. It's just like, I can believe Nicolas Cage being this nerdy FBI agent. I can't buy Arnold for 1 second fucking being a nerd for anything.
Serious question. Adam, our friend Adam. Could you not see him playing this role?
Oh, yeah, he would totally be Nicolas Cage in this, or Nicolas Cage's trainee. One of the two.
Well, I don't know if he would be whimpering at the window, to let him out when he's about to stab himself in the heart, but he might be. Oh, thanks, old lady. Now we knocked the trolley off the track.
Now, here's my proposed Rock sequel. The trolley, I'm guessing that guy owns that trolley.
Mm.
And we know what's going to happen to that trolley. It's already spinning out of control. I don't have to spoil anything for you. You know that trolley is going to fucking get destroyed. That trolley owner goes for revenge on Sean Connery's character. The Rock 2.
But
The Rock 2 off the rails.
Oh, man, beautiful. What the fuck was the wheelchair guys for?
It looked like they were just coming back from a wheelchair basketball game. It's like he's trying to throw anything possible to like there's a chance that these people get hit by this high-speed chase. Like, I'm surprised we haven't seen a baby getting pushed in a stroller crossing the street while they're racing through San Francisco, too.
Just out of curiosity, how big of an explosion would it take to fucking lift a trolley 20 feet in the air like that?
Apparently a lot. See, look, another version. Like, that guy looked nothing like Nicolas Cage.
Oh, was that supposed to be Nicolas Cage?
Yeah.
Holy shit, that wasn't even close. Seriously, they couldn't trouble Nicolas Cage to run 20 feet?
I don't run in my own movies.
You fucked up your Ferrari.
I love this line right here. That fucking dumbass in that little dirt bike is, you just wrecked that car. And he tells him it's not his. Look, he says he's going to hunt him down. It's fucking, like, the sequel has been set up.
I just stole a kid's motorcycle.
I stole a kid's motorcycle. Did he just call him Migraine Marsconi?
I don't know. What kind of code are they using on this thing? It's from Glasgow. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
There's Mason's inexplicably good-looking daughter.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Sean Connery was, like, People Magazine's sexiest man alive. He's not... His kid's going to be pretty good-looking, too.
Why was she so disgusted with him? No, that's not my name.
Imagine, like, that actress that's her friend, like, telling her pals, like, hey, I'm in a movie. Oh, yeah? Like, I've got, like, one line I get to tell Sean Connery, I'm Stacy, Jade's friend.
In a very bitchy way.
Yeah, she did look disgusted, like...
Yeah, is he gross or something? I mean, he looks very handsome to me.
You know, another alternate universe... Claire Forlani, the actress playing his daughter, is in Mallrats. She plays the girlfriend, like Jason London's character. They're getting Jason or Jeremy, the fucking twin brothers that are in everything in the 90s. Mallrats alternate universe.
Man, we're just connecting all the movies.
The Rock 2, instead of Nicolas Cage, you've got Jason Lee's Brody character and Sean Connery doing some kind of adventure together.
Oh, she asked the question, what did you do? I stole some shit. I'm trying to be your dad, bitch. Shut up. I'm running out of time. That was like a crossover between Nicolas Cage and Sean Connery. That was awful.
Has he gotten to the point yet where he tells him basically like, him and his mom, like her mom hooked up at a Led Zeppelin concert?
I don't know. I didn't know that.
I think we have.
It's a start.
Yeah, we already got past that. He kind of got like, he met her mom at a Led Zeppelin concert. So, you know, it's basically just like a one night stand.
But he still wants to be. He still wants to be dad. She should give him a chance.
Good for him.
I like how she was not upset when they were pulling in, but as soon as they surrounded him, like, oh, you, what'd you do?
Yeah, he kind of told her that they were coming for him.
Well, gee whiz, John.
Well, you know, Nicolas Cage actually made it a point to where he didn't use profanity, except for that, well, later on, but...
Yeah, he's the ultimate professional. And there he comes, cocksucker.
He called one of the guys that's pulling him off the roof a fuckhead.
Yeah, you're pulling my shoulder out of place, fuckhead.
I think that's the only time I've ever heard somebody call somebody a fuckhead in a movie. It's like something your dad would tell you, like if you did something wrong, like fuckhead, go to your room, or like one of your buddies if he does something bad.
Funny enough, when I get mad, I call people fuckheads. I think it's from this movie. It was imprinted as a child. He's got one hell of a memory.
So you think.
Oh,
He looks
never
like
mind.
that father just trying to put together like the fucking family grill, and like the page that he needs is right there, but he's fumbling through everything. And, like he can't.
Russ, did you just tell on yourself?
Oh, that's easily me. I mean, the shit'll get put together, but I'm not following these instructions anymore. Sean Connery's just kind of looking like, yeah, I'm going. You're not stopping me.
Yeah. I didn't throw you off a building, bitch. I'm going to Alcatraz. Yeah, he looks really worried, doesn't he? Ooh, big bad Navy SEAL.
Oh, that's a total motherfucker line right there.
How's your bowling arm? We had thermal satellites back then. And I'll tell you what, the military was really advanced back then. Looks like we really haven't done much since.
Yeah.
He's just got to look like, yeah, finish your little speech because your ass is going too.
And now they've set it up. Connery and Cage are going to the Rock.
Dun, dun, dun. You know, the look on his face is actually not anger. He always looks like he smells something that smells really bad.
Yeah, or he's just fucking dumbfounded. But I love Nicolas Cage, though.
I love Nicolas Cage, too. Not all of his shit.
Now, I don't know who this guy is, but I've seen him in something before, too.
You know, there's plenty of toilets around. You didn't have to puke into the sink. Also, that bathroom is fucking gross. Where are they at?
I have no idea. But yeah, like I would think that being at a naval base, that it would be a little bit. Do they hire anybody to clean that place up? I mean, I know where we work at, they have a cleaning crew.
Yeah. Well, I would think that if they got in trouble, they'd have to clean up their own fucking bathrooms.
Right.
At least that's what the movies tell me. I don't know. We're gonna have to refer to Desmond on this one.
Like, I would not want to go into the bathroom after William Forsythe got done.
Look at that fucking dick duster, dude. That thing is epic. It makes me want to get a suit and just shave everything but my mustache.
Are you going to be an FBI agent?
It's the FBI. Yeah. I'm for Halloween.
Oh, I thought you were actually going to be one. Like, well, folks, here's our first and only episode. Lucas is going to the FBI.
Russ, I'm 33. I'm a little past being FBI agent. I know I've lost 70 pounds. I'm in a little bit of better shape, but I'm not trying to chase anybody through the streets. All these people are bored over here. Like, yeah, we're just stuck in a cell here.
Well, I mean, there's only so much to do at the Rock. I mean, it's like you're going to see a prison. Like,
Yeah.
That'd be a cool way to spend an afternoon, but I think they're at maybe the 20-hour period here.
You notice we really haven't seen the president in this very much?
Nope. I think you only get him to see him one time.
I think so. Didn't he tell him he wanted 16? So why is there 15 then? How do they keep? Yeah, when they broke into the thing, he said he wanted 16. Oh, they dropped the one. That's right.
Yeah.
Man, that was good. That's good on those writers to catch that. 'Cause I almost didn't.
I wonder if this is the point in the meeting where Philip Baker Hall's character has to get up and take a piss again.
Well, 3 times a night. So you can only imagine how many times through the day.
I've got a weak bladder and a weak stream. I wonder why Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage didn't get their faces painted too. Everybody's got their faces painted but them two.
You know, I would almost feel scared if I'm hyping up real Navy SEALs to go do like a fake mission. I feel like somebody's getting shot by accident. After you, Ace.
After you, Ace.
Isn't that the same bridge that him and his girlfriend were fucking under?
It could be. Well, no, they flew out on a plane, so I don't know if they even lived in San Francisco. I'm wondering if they're like a DC couple, and he flew out to San Francisco.
That's me right there. I'd be shitting myself. Well, that wasn't very nice. He hasn't done anything wrong to those guys.
Mm-mm.
He's there to help them. Why are they being so mean? There's another shove this in your fucking heart thing.
I'd be fucking scared to death to do that.
Honestly, it scares me thinking about shoving something into my heart. I've had 2 heart surgeries. I know it sucks. So I can't even imagine like being conscious.
Don't worry, gang. Lucas is only 33. He's not 63.
I've seen some shit. Yeah, I like how this movie was kind of, slow paced at first, but then Sean Connery showed up on camera, and they're like, "All right, we got to pick it the fuck up now."
Yeah, let's amp this up. We got to make the most of our time with Sean Connery.
Just make sure you don't get us all fucking killed. Like, come on, man. He's already scared to death. You're not helping. What's with the blue light? What's with the ultraviolet light?
They went dark. They're to avoid being detected by radar.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Well, shit. Why don't we just shine lights at everybody? We can get in. Those things are pretty sweet. Those little hovercrafts they get. SDUs.
It's seriously like watching an episode of the old G.I. Joe cartoon right now. Like, this would totally be some shit you'd see in that.
Yeah. What else has that guy been in, you know?
Who, Bokeem Woodbine?
Yeah.
Well, let's look it up.
Because he looks familiar, but I just can't think of it.
Dude, he's been in a ton of movies. Do you remember the only one I can remember is the big hit with, I think it had Mark Wahlberg and...
I don't know that I've seen that one.
Well, let me hop on the...
Look at this. Look at this fucking Windows 95 video game they got playing on there. Speaking of which, I remember when Independence Day came out, and they had that video game. I thought that was the coolest fucking thing in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I had a friend whose dad used to play that. I thought it was the greatest looking game of all time. Obviously, times have changed, but back then it was like, this is amazing. Yeah, see this part? I think these are actual real Navy SEALs that are pulling this off.
Oh, he was the Shocker in Spider-Man Homecoming.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's where I recognize him from.
He was also in Juice with Omar Epps and Tupac. That was a good movie.
I've never seen that one.
Well, maybe we'll have to do a watch-along of that sometime.
Sounds good. I'm down to watch whatever.
Well, at least until you join the FBI.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I better start, exercising right now during this movie, because otherwise I'm never going to make it. I love this, how there's no real reason for there to be fire under there, but there is.
He looks fucking frightening with that damn ski mask on.
Well, he's about to roll into a fire. So, is everyone else supposed to just remember this timing as he's rolling in there?
Oh, no, you'll see here in a second. See, now we don't know if he's been burned up, whether he just split on him.
Looks like he fucked us.
They're fucking super impatient, like... But there he is. Now you know that they wrote that fucking scene in there just for the trailer. Like, we need a scene for the trailer.
Oh yeah, he just stares him down. Yeah, I'm a bad motherfucker. What of it?
That's what we should name this episode. Welcome to the Rock.
Yeah. I thought we were naming it after that infamous line that he's got.
We'll figure out something.
Although, I don't think they'll let us put that title on there. Well, you can see why this prison was so hard to break out of. It's hard as shit to get into, too.
You know Al Capone, when he was arrested and got convicted of tax fraud or evasion, that's where they sent him, was Alcatraz?
Yeah. Reading philosophy. Avoiding gang rape in the showers. I feel like he would probably not be allowed around other inmates.
Tuco's ahead of his time in this movie. He's wearing a man bun before it become fashionable. You think he's a hipster?
Probably. Look at that thing. That thing's prominent, too. "97 paces. That is very specific. This looks like it would be pretty awful to crawl around in. Probably smells. Now I think that's just a stereotypical line from every action movie. I got a bad feeling about this.
Or maybe we'll eventually cross the Rock Star Wars universe, too.
Man, this is an intense scene, isn't it? Shit, for a second, I thought I almost forgot we were doing a podcast. Just because this movie's so good, I can just sit and watch it. Oh, they got visitors. We have captions on it. It says indistinct shouting. Thank you for that.
Yeah, these are like the action sequences where it's kind of tough to talk about the movie when you're watching because you just kind of get wrapped up in the sequence.
Yeah. That guy's just hitting buttons. It's not doing anything.
No, it's... Look like you know what you're doing.
Sean Connery looks like he already knows that shit's going down. Thank you for that. It's a fucking trap.
Should have had Admiral Akbar in Star Wars say that.
It's a trap.
Or no, it's a fucking trap. That's probably the original line in that movie, and they just... Let's PG it a bit.
Yeah. Oh, he's appealing to his heart now. Man, they are up Shit's Creek with no paddle right now. They got the low ground, and the other guys got the high ground. They're just shouting back and forth at each other. Oh, man. Somebody knocked over some bricks. Now it's on. This scene's actually kind of sad. Oh, you done fucked with the candy, man. You're definitely dead.
Oh, yeah.
Should have given him rocket launchers or grenade launchers. Would have taken care of this whole problem. Sir, you're trying to yell over gunfire. That's not going to work. Did you see that? He had earplugs in.
Mm-hmm. Good catch.
The hell did you go up there for, kid? You're going to die too. Oh, he's just enjoying himself.
With the when it captioned the yelling, I just pictured Brick Tamlin saying, "Yelling, loud noises."
Oh, damn, he got shot in the forehead.
The point of the movie where Ed Harris realizes, like, oh, we're fucked now. Yep.
Yeah, he said fuck, too. Yeah, that would be a pretty big bummer there. Well, I guess
Sean Connery, though, gives no fucks.
It's not the first dead body he's seen.
That's the first dead body I've seen in 30 years.
It's all the same. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what the hell you even say to that, right? When you're in that war room and you're like, now what the fuck do we do? It's not over for Mason. Man's got a mission. He's going to complete it.
That dude's handled the steel before.
What do you mean, what for? To get the fuck off the island. What else would you get? What else would you get off the island for? Even if he did have a water pistol, I wouldn't shoot it at him.
Candyman's all about that money.
Yeah, he is. Somebody says his name 3 times, he's getting money.
Another thing you see in movies a lot, the shutting their eyes.
You see that guy blink as he did it? Don't touch my damn eyeballs. You know, I don't feel like they made the mistake. I feel like you shouldn't have probably shot the soldiers to death. Just my own personal opinion.
Just a hunch.
Yeah, just a feeling.
And now we know why John Mason was held captive for 30 plus years.
Oh, of course he was trying to go to Canada. Who wouldn't want to go there?
America's hat.
It's the Great White North up there, bud, eh?
Eh? Hey, yeah, come on over, eh? Let's see what you got in there, that microfilm there, eh? Ah, wow, that's crazy there, eh, buddy? Hey there, bud. I could do this all day. Yeah?
Canadian accent?
Canadians, eh?
He's angry because you locked him up, you dickweed.
That microfilm had just about every secret known to man: who killed JFK, the Colonel Sanders original recipe for KFC.
The Coke recipe.
Yeah, the recipe for Coke.
I like how he's talking shit and he's turning around like, you ain't gonna do a fucking thing. Classic safety's on trick.
Womp, womp, womp. Now, one of the things I think is really cool about this movie is, like, it kind of morphs into, like, at this point, it becomes, like, almost like a buddy cop movie. Like the Lethal Weapons and...
Yeah. Oh, well, see right here, now he's appealing to the father in him, which, you know... Any dad is gonna change his mind and try to save his kid then.
Well, he has no other choice at this point.
Right.
Well, you are paying me a lot of money to be in this film, so I might as well stick around for a bit.
Oh, they got a road. Okay, so here's the thing. So he was really upset about killing those guys, right? Now he's sending more people to kill the other guys that are still down there.
Well, I think he's trying to just capture them, but if the Candyman's involved, we've already established that guy gives no shits about human life. He just wants paid. So
that's true.
He's going to kill him. Is that fucking Randy Couture?
That might be. Kind of looked like him, didn't it? See right here, they're all torn up because they just killed a bunch of soldiers. Oh hey, let's just throw a fucking bomb down in the fucking tunnels. Tell you what, for an older gentleman, he's got a hell of an eye to see that bomb that's about to go off.
Now, see, that's how you do a stunt right there. Like, obviously, Sean Connery's not getting thrown across the sewer. Couldn't tell if that was a stuntman or not.
Yeah, because it was dark. See, look, now he's like, burn him out. Boy, you changed your mind real fucking quick, didn't you? That poor soldier, he's never going to get buried. He's ashes now in the San Francisco Bay. They turn around like, fuck, shit, fuck. Run. I feel like I'd almost be worried about blowing myself up right there. Look at that big-ass fireball that came out.
Well, chances are, like, they've probably run into a problem if you can't communicate with them. That's why you haven't communicated with them yet. Come on, Womack.
That would be my guess.
You piece of shit.
I like how he became a tour guide right here. It's like, well, shit. I mean, we're walking around. We might as well discuss what's going on here.
And right here is where they used to send the dirty laundry down to get cleaned.
You know, honestly, if Sean Connery just looked at me like that, I'd believe him. He wouldn't even have to point the gun. Like, yeah, sure. I believe you're going to kill me if I keep talking shit. So you mean to tell me there was a secret staircase the whole fucking time and they didn't use it?
This is starting to look like Mayan ruins that they're climbing up now. There's like, I mean, I know the prison's old.
Oh, it's the line. Losers always whine about their best. Winners go home and fuck the prom queen.
I think that's the name of this episode right now, is Winners Go Home and Fuck the Prom Queen.
Well, guess what? Carla was the prom queen. His fiance.
I'd believe it.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I bet you in real life that lady was, too. That is a big-ass knife.
I don't think it's any of Hummel's, like, big guns yet. So, like, these are a couple of expendable soldiers.
Yeah. Well, they're also not very smart because they were standing right behind a glass wall getting shot at. What the fuck do you expect him to do? You guys are getting shot at. He needs to do something. Ooh. Man, I can't imagine getting shot in the toes. That sounds awful. This part is really cool, though. Randy Couture's got, like, I got a little something for you. He's like, oh, well, I got something for you, too, bitch. How about an old air conditioner falling on your fucking head? Oof.
You know, though, in the amount of time it took him to do that, he could have already pulled the pin on that grenade.
And thrown it, yeah.
But then if he killed him, though, like, the movie would be over.
It's true.
And then I would need to know, like, did Hummel get his money? Did they have to shoot the rockets? Like, what happens?
That's where you get the sequel.
Well, we wouldn't have the sequel then because Sean Connery would be dead. And we couldn't have the setup where the fucking trolley owner gets revenge on Sean Connery and...
Maybe Goodspeed fell on the grenade for him.
Could be.
You a little distracted by the foot twitching there, bud? Not a Volvo.
He would drive a Volvo.
Nicolas
like later
Cage.
on, yeah. Like later on, he'll have like an SUV when those become a thing.
Yeah. Like, could you imagine Arnold doing this?
No.
That motherfucker's way too big. He would be clumsy as hell with these little balls of VX gas. Huh. Well, this shit sounds pretty horrible.
Yeah, you know not to fuck with it.
Here, hold this, but don't look at it. Don't even fucking look at it.
You said it, Mr. Connery. It sounds fucking horrifying. That's why you guys need to find all the rockets.
You know, if Sean Connery is worried about it, then I'm worried about it. Because he does not look excited. They can't come in, they're dead. Ouch. Converge on the morgue.
So now they're getting the heavy hitters now, so you know, like, there's about to be an epic battle here in a second. You know, until I watched this last night, I didn't realize that, like, most of the rockets are in that fucking morgue. I thought they were dispersed all through the island.
Yeah, that's what I thought too, but I just seen they were, like, right behind him. That's going to be a rough landing. So what the fuck is this? Is this like a... They have like a coal mine underneath there? Or is this like a laundry chute or what?
I think this is where they find, like, Mola Ram from Temple of Doom.
Uh-huh.
You'll see him down there ripping the fucking heart out of somebody's chest.
Indistinct shouting. Tell you what, it's a good thing another cart popped up for those guys. Otherwise, they're just going to hit those tracks. That'll hurt.
What if they had that at Kings Island? Like, that would be like one of their big rides. The Rock, the laundry cart ride.
Is it now... Let's see, Disney owned this? So
Yeah,
unfortunately,
actually, Hollywood Pictures was a subsidiary of Disney for a while.
Yeah, it seems like, unfortunately, this wouldn't have been at Kings Island because that was Paramount, right?
Yeah.
But that would have been a cool-ass ride, though. I wouldn't have rode it because, you know, those rides scared me to fucking death, but... They're coming. Who? Who the fuck you think? Sorry, Sean, but that one, you seemed a little dumb. So these guys slid down head first. No cart. Got up and walked perfectly fine down the tracks. They are some tough motherfuckers.
I wonder if Dr. Cox, John C. McGinley, if, like, he's a part of this team to pay for his medical schooling. Like, he's there on the GI Bill.
Could be. You know, usually if I see fire coming up towards me, I don't just stand still. That's just me, though.
Piss on my leg, put it out. Did you also see that stuntman looks nothing like John C. McGinley?
I did. Uh-oh. That man's is gonna drown.
Well, obviously that answers my question. Dr. Cox isn't on the GI Bill because he's fucking dead.
That's true. Guys, clearly those bullets aren't penetrating that steel. You might want to try a different course of action here.
It's like he heard you.
I mean, who wouldn't do that? Who wouldn't pick up the grenade and toss it back like, fuck this?
Yeah, I know. You don't see that in a lot of movies. Like, I would have just... Granted, like, I'm not a weapons expert, so I don't know how much time is involved in that, but...
I would imagine
that would be my first instinct.
I would imagine there's not much time on a grenade.
I feel you had a better chance of throwing it back than you would to outrun it.
That's true. How did they get these things moving all of a sudden?
Magic.
Did you see the dummy?
Yeah.
How it ragdolled and shit?
I think that's like shit like that's what makes 80s and 90s action movies so fun. Is just like catching the mistakes. And just like, especially now, I feel like action movies especially, like the fun has been taken out of them a little bit because there's so much CGI and stuff now. And
yeah. You got to have a little bit of that cheese to it.
Because I miss like catching like in here we've caught at least 3 times where you can obviously see the stuntman.
Right.
You don't see that anymore. Like if Keanu Reeves is running through, or like he gets blown up and like flown across the room in like John Wick, you see Keanu Reeves. Now I don't know if he does his own stunts or not,
but either way, they they probably superimpose his face onto it anyway.
Or like Liam Neeson, like you would just see like they would just digitalize like a stuntman's, like Liam Neeson's face on a stuntman and Taken. Ooh, that's another one we should do. Taken.
Oh man, what a movie. Poor Nicolas Cage is in shock. He just murdered a man.
You know, Nicolas Cage had a pretty like this was the start of like a fucking action movie run for him. Like he was in like all the big movies for a while. Like he was in I think he did Con Air next.
I thought Con Air was before this.
No, Con Air is after this.
Really?
Yeah, because like I know he was just doing like mostly dramas and like offbeat type stuff, and then like after he won his Oscar, he got cast in this. And I think Con Air's like 98. But you know what? I'm just gonna hop in the old Google machine, look it up.
Okay. This poor hostage guy, he's just trying to explore the damn prison. Instead, he's about to get shot in the dome.
That lighting, though, is not flattering on this guy. This guy looks like he's fucking on his deathbed already. So they're almost doing him a favor.
It's true. What if they're like really far away? 3 minutes is kind of a hard thing to do.
Oh, well, actually, in a year's time, Nicolas Cage had The Rock in 96, and in 97 he had Con Air and Face Off.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on a roll, huh? I like how he turned around and just gave him a thumbs up.
Dude, you know whenever I do that, someone tells me something, I just give them that fucking...
Is that where that came from?
Yeah, I got it from this.
It's just like the people under the stairs. Hey, hey.
You know, I really do miss Sean Connery being in movies, though.
He is a really phenomenal actor.
Even though he's never hid his accent. Like, he is fucking Scottish in everything.
See, that's kind of what I appreciate about him, though, too. Is that he doesn't hide his accent.
Well, have you ever seen Highlander?
Gosh, that's... Yeah, I think I've seen it, you know...
He's supposed to be Spanish in that. Still talks with that same Scottish accent.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I would imagine you'd be retired. If you're still active, then They really need to figure out something else.
When these soldiers describe themselves, it's really like rattling off the fucking back of a baseball card.
That's true. These are my stats. Where the fuck did that guy come from? He just Spider-Man down on him.
Now, this will probably be a recurring question throughout our run, but Nicolas Cage, top 10 action star of all time?
I think so. And I think honestly his craziness and his cheesiness makes it even all the better.
I mean, he had a pretty decent run. He had obviously the Con Air, he had Face Off, which that's the one we need to do at some point too. That movie's fucking batshit crazy awesome.
Yeah.
He had the National Treasure movies.
Yep.
Surprisingly good.
I really enjoy those movies. I thought I read somewhere where they're like, are they coming out with a third one?
I'm sure they probably will at some point.
I like how they're just reciting, poetry to each other. That's cute.
Well, that's what smart people do. Which is why we're doing a podcast.
That's
because
true.
We're not smart people.
I don't
we
know
just
any
read poetry for like 2 hours. Recite it in Sean Connery's voice. Red Rover, let art go all over. There's your poetry for the day, guys.
Rapid gunfire. Those guidance chips can't be cheap, and they just destroyed a bunch of them. See, look, even more people under the stairs shit.
Oh, yeah. It's like he borrows from a little bit of like a number of different movies. Cause I take pleasure in gutting you, boy.
I like how he's just mocking him. Mason's like, I don't have time for this shit. I'm working on getting out of here. This prison's falling apart.
I think that's one of the reasons they shut it down is because like it was going to cost too much to, do upkeep on it.
Yeah. Still one of the most secure prisons of all time, though, I think.
I'm actually surprised that like no one has thought about. I mean, I guess it's because it's a historical landmark, like putting a prison on that island
again. Yeah. Well, I think it also probably represents some horrible shit from the past that they don't want to replicate.
Yeah. For the studio, you should get a red phone too, because in movies, a red phone means like it's a fucking important line.
That's true. We'll have to when people call in, we'll use the red phone. Oh shit, it's getting serious now. The red phone's coming in.
I'll just get a red phone case and I'll put it in my bag with the equipment, and then like when we have like a call, like someone like joining us remotely, I'll just put it on the red phone case.
Like, oh my goodness, we got a red phone call.
Now this is the thing that's always got me. This is supposed to be a maximum security prison, but all you have to do is rip your bed sheets open, and presto, you can fucking unlock your.
Well, they didn't have Sean Connery there before, so they didn't think about that. How do you know exactly which one to get, too? Zeus's butthole. I read that he improvised that too.
Did he?
The Zeus's butthole, yeah.
Yeah, like, it's that fucking easy to break out of a prison cell?
Well, I imagine back then they had guards on the floor with them, so it wouldn't have been that easy, but, you know, with nobody there watching.
I think Tony Todd's asleep right there. Like, I think he's legitimately asleep.
It's been a long day of murdering.
Oh, yep, he just woke up.
Yeah, I also wonder, like, who the fuck still listens to their superior when you're committing treason like this?
Well, I think it's just that that military mindset. They've been in the military for so long that, you know, this person is leading the mission, and we fall in under him.
Yeah.
I mean, they're getting paid either way at this point.
That's true.
Because I mean, it's just like when we work, you know, like, I'm pretty sure we know more than the people we work for, but
I'm gonna start referring to you as General, sir.
General, sure. Only if you say it in a Scottish accent like that.
I'll try. I mean, I'm
back of my baseball card's not going to read like General Hummel or Masons.
Well, we're gonna need to change that. You know, firing a rocket up someone's ass, I don't feel like that'd be very comfortable.
I hope he meant metaphorically speaking, like...
Well, we will find out later on in the movie that it's not necessarily metaphorical. Man, these guys just want to murder everybody.
I think they just want to get paid. I think they've probably spent the money already, and they need to cover, like, they don't want to bounce a check.
Gambling debts.
Tony Todd's probably got a pool built at his house. It's like Christmas Vacation where he needs a Christmas bonus to cover it. He's probably told his wife, like, honey, I'm going to go on this mission. We're going to kidnap a bunch of people at Alcatraz, and we're going to get that pool. Did somebody live there? It looks like just a fucking picket fence at somebody's house. There's steer behind there, or goats.
Maybe that's how they, maybe that's part of like the prisoner thing, you know, you raise goats or whatever.
That's 3 more weeks than I have.
It's true.
Look, that's got to be a stunt double right there. That definitely is.
There's actual Nicolas Cage, though. These guys just a jack of all trades because that guy wasn't there originally.
Who's that?
Candyman. Who's this guy?
Random expendable soldier on General Hummel's team.
Do you have trouble saying plastic bag there? It looked like it hurt a little bit. Even if I was his age, I don't think I could swim that channel.
There's no way. way he's sitting at that computer screen, it's like he's trying to, like, when you introduce your mom or, like, your dad to, like, technology for the first time, and they're, like, just kind of pecking at the computer, like, okay, did I fuck something up?
I am uncomfortable right here. Poor San Francisco.
Looks like that trolley operator's back in business, though. Well, there goes my sequel plans. The Rock 2 Off the Rails is...
Boy, his insurance agent is a beast. He got that shit rolling quick.
Within 24 hours, we got you a whole new trolley car and everything.
Well, that would be fucking scary. The football game. So, hold on.
I don't know if the Raiders are in Oakland in 96.
No, they were in L.A., weren't they?
Well.
Or was that...
To the Google machine. I like how he just keeps fucking with them now. See how they like this one. I'm going to send this rocket to a school. No, they were back in Oakland at this point.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, like right here, where this missile ends up crashing into the water, wouldn't that still release a whole bunch of fucking deadly shit into the water and still fuck people up? It detonated underwater. Wouldn't that poison the shit out of the water?
You know, I didn't do that much research on VX gas. I didn't think you'd ask that question, so I don't know.
Well, damn it, Russ.
I would think.
We're supposed to be professionals here. I did some shit that you don't need to know about. Step on out.
I would at least, like, stretch that out a little bit. Like, I'll watch this and, like, make the rocket do, like, some fucking loop-de-loop around, or, like... It's like you just see them in that war room, like, oh, God, it's going for a Chuck E. Cheese.
Frank doesn't want to fucking kill a bunch of people, dude. Well, they were Marines until they committed treason.
Sorry, wrong number. You know, he basically ordered, like, his crew killed, like, an entire Navy SEAL team. I don't know how much warming up you need, like...
Apparently he wasn't to that point yet. This is the president, right?
Yeah, this is the president here.
Who's this actor?
I also didn't think you were going to ask me that, so I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's anybody famous, though.
Oh, okay. Well, I wasn't sure.
I am looking up the cast, though, just to see. It is played by Stanley Anderson, who just passed away a couple of years ago.
Oh. Well, that's not good.
He's best known as playing Drew Carey's dad on The Drew Carey Show.
That's a throwback. I love that show, by the way.
I do, but I also don't even really remember much of it.
I just remember the one guy.
I remember the theme song, and I remember it had Dietrich Bader, and it had the guy Ryan Stiles was on Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Right.
And that's pretty much, and Mimi, the woman that had like the obscene makeup.
Horrible makeup, yeah. Uh-oh, we got a mutiny coming.
I think what we just missed was Frank Hummel stretching to get warmed up to kill some people.
He did say he was warming up.
I got to loosen up these joints to kill somebody. I'm sure that guy's got a name, but I've just always referred to him as Douchebag Soldier.
He does look like a douchebag, doesn't he?
I don't think his haircut's military regulation either. I don't think I've ever seen a soldier with that Backstreet Boys fuckboy haircut.
See, Candyman over here spitting truth.
Now, this is the point in the movie where Tony Todd is really given a chance to shine, because he has some of the best lines in the movie going forward.
Uh-oh.
Stand down, Captain Douchebag. Douchebag.
Stand down, Captain Douchebag. Uh-oh. Man, treason was committed and now there's mutiny.
I think Connery and Cage are really smart here just to kind of let shit play out.
Yeah.
You know, they're thinking fuck, this might just solve itself.
It's been the greatest honor. But I'm turning on you.
I pulled a fast one on him.
Uh-oh. Sergeant Crisp just got shot right in the chest, poor guy.
He looked fucking shocked. There's been 3 shots fired already, and he looked like he was shocked that he got clipped.
That he was part of the mayhem.
I still think I would have just let this play out for a minute, though, instead of just jumping in there.
Yeah. Well, they would have all eventually killed each other.
Well, I guess it makes sense now. They need to find out where the last rocket's at.
Yeah. There goes an American hero. And he's gone.
See, you can't be upset at him, you know? He tried his damnedest to be a good guy, and just...
Then he tried his damnedest to be a bad guy. It just wasn't working out for him. Well, I know if there is a grenade going off, I'm jumping in a bathtub.
Well, I don't think there's a refrigerator handy, because, that's how Harrison Ford avoided getting blown up in the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
That's true.
Do you think, looking back now, right before he died, do you think General Hummel wishes he would have just gotten a really smart computer hacker and stole that money out of that slush fund with a hacker instead of stealing rockets?
Yeah.
It seems like a lot of fucking work.
To just put yourself on an island and die. I like how he looks so disgusted, like, ugh, I've got ceiling on me now.
God, drywall. I'm allergic to drywall.
Do you know how this knife works? I don't listen to soft ass shit. That's where this line is, isn't it?
Yep.
You're the Rocket Man. See, he literally shoved a rocket up his ass. Oh, man, what are the chances? You get shot by a rocket and land on a fucking fence post?
You mean getting hit by that fucking rocket didn't kill him?
Apparently it takes a minute to get going. Get up to speed.
Well, he is the Candyman.
That's true.
And I'm sure Captain Douchebag already summoned him, so...
Oh, here comes Captain Douchebag.
I think when they cast him, they knew. And I think the character's name's Captain Darrow. But it's like they kind of knew, like, this guy looks like a real prick, so we're just going to make you, like, one of the villains.
He's probably, like, a super nice guy.
Yeah, does charity work. Like, works with kids and animals. He's always going to be known as the douchebag soldier from The Rock.
Tell you what, Nicolas Cage is super fast. He caught that thing from falling off the edge. That's how he's able to find maps on the Declaration of Independence. He's
Actually,
just super fast.
The Candyman was Captain Darrow. The actor is Gregory Sporletter, plays Captain Fry.
Is he in anything else?
Yeah, it looks like he kind of typecast as a military soldier. He was in Renaissance Man, which takes place at an army school. He was in Black Hawk Down, and he was in this.
He was in Black Hawk Down?
Yeah. That's what it says according to Wikipedia, and we know Wikipedia is like,
reliable.
Yeah, it's the gospel. Also in the Sheryl Crow music video, All I Want to Do.
Well, alrighty then. Where the fuck has this guy been the whole movie?
Oh, I'm gonna gut you, boy. Yeah, he was gone for a while. Like, he just kind of missed out on the whole... There's the thumbs up again. That's just how someone tells me, like, okay.
That's what I'm going to start doing when our boss tells me something to do.
I've done it too. I did a tour on Thursday.
Did you?
Thumbs up.
Glad you got to experience how rough it is to be me at work.
Not a fan.
I tell you what, he's awfully strong-willed to not be squeezing that thing in his hand while he's running like that.
Oh, there's the other one too. Because him and the gut and you boy, those two run as like a team. They're always together.
Yeah, and they've just disappeared. Apparently, they're just hanging out doing nothing. Weren't worried about the.
Now, I don't get that. Like, oh wait a minute, Sean Connery's supposed to be British, so okay, I get the Irish thing now. I was like, I don't understand what that context that has though when he's fighting him.
This guy's awfully worried about his hand. Now he's about to get hung.
I really wish Sean Connery would have said, like, a one-liner right
I'm
there.
Scottish, bitch.
Looks like you're hung out to dry.
No, Russ, this is 90s action, not 80s.
Arnold would have said that, though.
Hang on.
Looks like you're hung out to dry.
Why does he still have the guidance chip? Didn't he already shoot the rocket?
Yeah, the guidance chip really has... I mean, unless, like, the rocket will resurrect itself out of the water. Or did it crash into the water, or is it still just flying around somewhere?
They said it crashed into the water, no detonation.
Okay.
Oh, man, he gave him a firm dick kick right there. I don't know how fast that is, but I bet you that's fast as fuck. Where did that just come from?
What?
Didn't he put that in his pocket? How the fuck did he get it in his hand?
He reached in there and grabbed it.
Oh.
Oh, God, that's still, like, it's so fucking gross to see that.
Why is he getting no effects from it? Oh, God, that would suck. Wouldn't that fuck your heart up, too?
Yeah, I think it's basically just a shot of adrenaline.
Also, that's not your heart.
Nope.
That's about the bread basket.
Looks like it's in the sternum.
No, his sternum's all the way up. He's like in the bread basket. His flares have been through quite a bit, yet they're still working. Well, Mac's like, I don't want to hear it, bitch. Shut up. I'm glad that he was able to look out the window right into the sun and notice a couple jets coming at him.
He was pretty right on point in that deadline. Oh, fuck, I've only got a couple minutes left.
It's true. She looks like she's trying to cry, but she's like, you know, whatever. He stopped fucking me under the bridge.
Was that Tony Hawk? The guy in that control room really looked like Tony Hawk.
Well, that was a hell of an explosion.
What's thermite plasma?
I don't know what that is, but I imagine it's hot. Imagine being the fucking people in the cells right now and you hear this shit. Kaboom! You're like, fuck, I'm dead.
Well, he says it hit on the back of the island, but I swear that looked like that was right on top of the prison.
That's what I thought. I'm glad Womack was close enough to see him get blown off the island, but not close enough to get hit by the explosion somehow. Or not Womack, Mason. Fuck, what's his name?
Who, Sean Connery?
Sean Connery. What's his name on here? John Mason, right?
John Patrick Mason.
Thank you.
See that guy right there? Right behind Womack. Looked like Tony Hawk.
I have to see him again. Over here?
Yeah, he was the one standing up.
It does kind of look like Tony Hawk. He's like, I got you. Don't you worry. Thumbs up.
Well, this is taking a surprising turn.
Oh, that's a touching moment. He told him thank you. Man with the heart of steel actually has a heart of gold.
Hell of an all-you-can-eat steak buffet.
Great barbecue, too. One of these days we'll get that accent right. Probably not.
Probably not. Like, I don't know. Like, it's pretty easy, but it's... Why didn't someone just, like, check, like, his personal, like, his... It looks like he's had that written down for a long time.
Where was he keeping that? Do I want to know?
I've kept it in my butthole for 30 years.
Butthole.
My honest for 30 years.
How the fuck did he get over there that fast? My man's is quick. Also, it took them a shit, 3 hours to get over there? It's just across the fucking island, guys. Come on.
We ran into traffic.
He's like, I don't believe you for a fucking second. Here comes Womack. A body can vaporize?
You can tell he's fucking lying.
Yeah. He just gets this real serious look on his face. Look at the irony. The straight and narrow FBI agent committing well, this is a felony now. This is treason, but vandalism. Where'd the dog come from?
Yeah, that's what I like to know. Hey, honey, do you want to know how you make KFC chicken?
How about we go home and make some Coke?
Yeah, see, he died. Like, Don Simpson, the producer, died, like, I think it was like a couple months before this come out. Yeah, if you get a chance, read about Don Simpson and Jerry Bruckheimer in the 80s. Those guys are fucking party animals. And they did pretty much every big action movie of the 80s and the 90s. They did Top Gun, Crimson Tide, Enemy of the State. This... I think they did Flashdance, which is not an action movie, but...
So what you're saying is they ran shit.
They ran shit. They were fucking the Mac Daddies of Hollywood. So what do you think, Lucas? Top 10 all-time action movie? One of the best of the 90s, at least?
Absolutely. Hell, we had times in there where we were just silent because we were just watching it because this movie's so great.
Yeah, it still holds up pretty good to this day, even though some of the technology and stuff's dated, but it still holds up pretty good. It's still a fun movie at the end of the day.
Plus, just the cast in it is phenomenal.
Yeah, they went on to do big things. Well, I guess big things. John C. McGinley had that big run on Scrubs. Tony Todd's obviously the Candyman. Yeah, Nick, I really wish, though, that Connery would have, hung it up after this. Knowing what we know now, it's kind of like, instead of going out like John Elway, he kind of hung on for too long.
Yeah. But, he didn't know that he was going to star in such a shitty movie either, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, we're going to let the credits roll, so I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know I did. Lucas is stretching.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, we've been sitting here for a little bit in our little studio. I'm starting to get old. Back's hurting a little bit.
He didn't enjoy it that much.
I was asleep the whole fucking time.
Well, who was I talking to?
That is a good question.
I'm hallucinating this whole thing. All right, guys. We'll tune in next time. We'll get our social media up here soon, and we'll let you guys pick the next thing we watch. So for Russ and Lucas, this has been the Couch Brotato Podcast, and we'll talk at you guys next time.
See you guys.